So I'm Ivo Machado from Movpak, and it's funny to see that traffic is on the way. And this is what I'm going to talk about right now, is urban mobility. So, yeah. So do you guys know that actually the average American spends 1 week of working time stuck in traffic jams every year? And traffic jams is the biggest cause of stress and getting late to events like this. So there's not space for cars anymore. How can you park a car in San Francisco? Or even worse, how can you park a car in New York, for example? In fact, 54% of the households of New York don't even have a car anymore. They have to rely on public transportation. So even though public transportation is the answer for the big cities, there's a problem over there. How can you get to the public transportation? How can you live from public transportation to work, for example? This is called the last mile problem. The average commuter have to walk about 4 miles every day to commute by public transportation. Before I move back, most of the people around the world would be using bicycles to get to the public transportation. This is actually what inspired us to build Movpak. So when you get to the public transportation with the bikes, you have to lock it up, you have to find some time to find a spot, and you get into the subway, and we reach the last destination, you don't have your vehicle anymore. And this is what inspired us to create Movpak. Movpak is the first backpack that can carry all you need for the day and you at the same time. It's a foldable electric vehicle, and it's an all-day solution. You can wear it, you can roll it, you can ride it, you can have everything you need inside of it, bring it to inside of the public transportation, and even an airplane. So this is actually perfect for commuters and students. Think about Stanford. It's a big campus and can ride anywhere with Movpak. Oh, I lost one slide here, but anyway, so Movpak is also an electric vehicle. So it has a motor, can go up to 20 miles per hour. It has a 14 miles range. It has a remote with brake, speed, everything. So it's a pretty big market. If you take a look at the market of bicycles, it's a huge market. It's like $70 billion. Backpack and luggage, billions of dollars. But if you take a look just at the light electric vehicles market, it's growing very fast. Right now it's a $4 billion market, and expect to be a $33 billion market in the next 10 years. So this is other kind of light electric vehicles, like electric skateboards, electric e-bikes, electric photo bikes, segways, etc. So the difference, if you compare a Movpak with a foldable electric vehicle or like a bike that sells a lot, Movpak is lighter, it's easier to fold and unfold. It takes like 3 seconds, I can show you guys later. And it has a storage capacity. So nothing better than having your backpack that everybody uses already and have your personal transportation for you all the time. Also, this is a retail price, which is 3 times less than the electric bikes. And actually gonna have a crowdfunding coming on that's gonna be under 1,000. If you guys sign up on our website today, you're actually gonna get a chance to reach our crowdfunding campaign and has a much cheaper product. We launched it last year. We got tons of press, millions of views. We were in Forbes, TechCrunch, Yahoo, everywhere. And what is good, we can talk about this later. I can see there's a lot of entrepreneurs here, maybe thinking about doing some kind of crowdfunding. And we had experienced this before, and it's very nice. It's very good, especially for your marketing. You can get like spontaneous media, millions of views. After that, we got like dealers calling us from all over the world asking to sell Movpaks. It's really great. Yeah, so this is our team. Can answer questions now and maybe show a little bit of how it works. Thank you very much.
All right, any questions from the audience?
Yeah.
Is that electrified?
Yes, it has a motor, brushless motor, and has a remote. This is a prototype. But
I'll help you display it.
It's very easy to close to, and it's very convenient to
How
get.
fast does it go?
You go up to 20 miles per hour.
Does it have a brake?
It has a brake, yes. It's important. and we can roll it. Right now we have like other features too. I cannot really show because I'm being filmed.
Yeah, why don't I ask a question about the kind of supply challenges of building something like this? If you could talk about how did you bring this idea from kind of a concept to a real product that's on the table in front of us? That would be really inspiring, I think, for a lot of us.
Yeah, it's not easy at all. I actually had a startup before for software. It was pretty hard already, but hardware is much more harder. If you have an app in a software, you can actually do an MVP in a not too long time and test it and get feedback and try again. But for hardware, it actually took us like 2.5 years to have our first MVP. We had prototypes before, but our first prototype actually used to weigh like 40 pounds. That was a lot, and we didn't show people that. And then we came down lower to like, right now it's like 14 pounds. So yeah, and we had a patents field. You have to worry about this, especially with hardware, and it takes a while. It's much harder, actually. And in the beginning, we actually had to beg a lot of people, like factories, to help us out for the first prototypes. I have actually a nice story about this. I'm from Brazil, and we actually signed up for a contest before we built our first prototype. We only had the idea, and the response that we got was like, no, this is ridiculous. It's impossible to build. There's no market for this. It's never going to be possible to make it, basically. And say, okay. So we took another year, we built the prototype, and we signed up again for the contest. We won first place. So that's my advice for anyone who is in the beginning stage. Build your prototype, start doing it. Don't listen to people say, be negative or anything like this.
How much did it cost for you to get here? From concept to product?
It's a lot of money. But I'll tell you this, it's much more money to actually, after the PCT time, when you actually fill up the patents, it's much more expensive when you actually to pay for patents in every country. So that's what took us the most of money to have patent pending in more than 50 countries. But to get here right now is like hundreds of thousands.
How difficult is it to ride? I mean, most people find skateboards really challenging, even in controlled environments.
That's a good question. So he asked about like how is it to ride. We get this a lot. I'm not a skateboarder. None of us are actually skateboarders. This is much easier to use than a skateboarder. I'll tell you why. First of all, you have both your feet on top of it all the time. What is hard about skateboarders, and I cannot do, is to have one foot in the board and another one doing the kick. That's very hard. You need a lot of balance. So you have your both feet all the time on top of it, so that's very easy. Another thing that's easier, you actually have the backpack helping you to give you more balance. So I actually use the backpack to give me balance, and I'm kind of have my leg against of it and give me more balance. So I have people like from kids like maybe 8 years old to people like 65 and trying it and for the first time and actually made it. It's easier to ride than to ride a bike actually.
How many volts is the brushless motor, and can you like add car batteries or something like that to give yourself a really long range?
So I'm not getting very technical right now. I'm marketing.
All right.
I can actually tell you more about it later, more specifically. Yeah, you.
So how are you planning to sell, distribute, and do after-sales support?
Yeah, so we're going to do a crowdfunding campaign in February, so we're actually going to be selling worldwide. As I said, we have a lot of dealers who contact us already in different countries, so we're going to choose the best dealers that we can in each country or each area and have them sell and represent us in that area.
And where is it going to be manufactured?
It's going to be manufactured in Asia. Yep.
The dealers carrying it, what are they currently carrying?
What do you mean about the carry?
Well, the dealers, you said that you're going to sell to dealers. What else do they sell?
Oh yeah. So basically those dealers, they already sell bikes, electric bikes, skateboards, electric skateboards. Those are most of the dealers that came to us. Some of them has like 80 years of selling things like this. And they got very interested in this. And they call us, hey, I sell similar stuff and I know this is going to be a blast. Everybody want to have to buy it, so I want this with us.